Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I thought I'd do a video today on a topic that I think is pretty important, which is this idea of backtracking. I tend to say that a lot. I tend to say that this topic is pretty important. Obviously, I wouldn't do a video if the topic wasn't important. But anyway, I think this is something personally I've experienced a lot. I'm going through right now because, as you might know, I just came back from China and I sort of fell off the wagon as far as diet and routine for about 3 weeks after I was pretty close to my goal. So I'm backtracking right now, going back through and regaining progress that I lost. And you know, this is something that happens a lot, right? I mean, all of us, it's a really shitty strategy in life to try not to fail, because you're going to fail all the time. You're always going to fail. It's guaranteed. No matter how perfect you are, no matter how disciplined you are, you're going to fail. So having a strategy of not failing is a pretty shitty strategy, because that's just not going to work out. So instead, what you got to have is a strategy of when you fail recovering. I've done videos on this, right? This is some of the more popular videos. You guys like it when I do videos about failing, about my failures, right? But I think it's important to do that, not just to talk about the good stuff and the highlights and the successes you have, but it's important to expose the failures as well. So I do this all the time, right? You know, part of the reason why I'm recording this video on the street again is because I felt a little intimidated to do it. So I felt like I backtracked a little bit there, right? Got a little bit lost, a little bit of confidence. Some of that comes from, you know, failing in some of my fitness goals, getting a little fat in China, so to speak, right? You know, so I got to regain that back. I got to make that progress, because the thing is, you're always going to lose progress. You're never going to just be making forward progress and keep making forward progress. Every time you make forward progress, you have an extreme pressure to make backwards progress, to slide down, slide backwards, go the reverse direction. And so if you want to avoid that, then what you have to do is you have to, actually you can't avoid that. You have to be prepared to make backwards progress, and then go retrace your steps. And the people that can't retrace their steps because they're like, oh, well, the computer failed, I didn't save my term paper and it's deleted, I'm not writing it again, I'm just going to take the F. They're the ones who end up taking the F. They fail because life is all about backtracking. It's about making forward progress, but then you fall backwards and you retrace your steps, and you got to do that. And the thing is, like that second time you write that term paper after the computer failed and it didn't save your work, or you rewrite that code, what happens is you write it better. It doesn't feel comfortable. In fact, it's way more painful to do something the second time. Believe me, you know, if you've ever been on the yo-yo of making progress physically or diet, you know, fitness, it's the most painful thing to try and lose weight that you've already lost, right? When you gained it back. It's the most painful thing to have made progress and then have to go through the embarrassment of being a beginner again, you know, going back from where you started. But you got to do it. You know, you got to push on and push forward. So I'm doing that right now. You know, I just came back from the gym. As soon as I got back from China, I knew where I stood, knew what I needed to do, got right back on the diet, fasted, full day, ran 10 miles the first day I came back, you know, and I hit the gym today, and I am committed to not only regaining what I lost, but getting past that point. And that's the thing is, like, if you ever want to like make real forward progress, you know, beyond what most people do, you're gonna have to. It comes after you backtrack. It comes after you backtrack, because when you backtrack and then you go forward after that, what ends up happening is you strengthen your resolve. And you know, the first time you didn't have enough resolve, that's why you end up backtracking, right? You end up failing. But after you retrace your steps and you've done it again, and you force yourself to go through the embarrassment, go through the pain, go through the suffering again, then you strengthen that resolve, and now you come at it with more strength. You come at it at another level, and sometimes you need that, right? You weren't ready to make the progress at this point in your life. You had to backtrack. It's the path to success, because you know the path to success is not a straightforward. It's not like you're just going forward. It's a lot of dips, it's a lot of curves, it's a lot of backtrack and then go forward again. And so, you know, it's that whole take 2 steps forward, take 1 step back. That's true, and you just can't avoid that. As much as you'd like to in life, you just got to prepare for it. So, best strategy: do not try and be flawless. Not try to avoid mistakes, but be the person who gets back on the horse. Be the person who gets up, who's willing to retrace their steps, who's willing to redo the work when they need to. So, anyway, hopefully you liked this video. If you did like it, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.